9041 That's the WhatsApp line into the studio, 060 9041 You can call us as well on 0861 904 904 But you're also more than welcome to join us on Facebook Live. That's right, Radio Al Ansar's Facebook page. The show is beaming out to you as we speak. You can have a look at more or less what we look like and the studio as well. Welcome. Good morning. فيها يدعي كل داعي سلام هي تهدي فؤادي فتقبل يا رحمن. My friend, you're here. I've been waiting to feel the emptiness of my heart, to fix my faith. I'm right here praying. What better way to reconnect with God? Ya Allah, it is the perfect month to change our hearts, the month to fix us when we fall apart, the holiest of times we desperately need. I pray you fix what lies deep underneath. Ya Ramadan, Ya Ramadan, تحلو لياليك بالقرآن. يا رمضان يا رمضان تحيي قلوبنا بالإيمان. Oh, there are so many beautiful miracles, from Islam to the greatest man Allah chose. A powerful night that's worth more than 1,000 months, and it was all sent down to us. It is the perfect month to change our hearts, the month to fix us when we fall apart, the holiest of times we desperately need. I pray you fix what lies deep underneath. Ya Ramadan, Ya Ramadan, تحلو لياليك بالقرآن. يا رمضان يا رمضان تحيي قلوبنا بالإيمان. يا رمضان يا رمضان تحلو لياليك بالقرآن. يا رمضان يا رمضان تحيي قلوبنا بالإيمان. Absolutely beautiful. Muad and Firas, the perfect month indeed. The last 10 days of Ramadan beckons. How quick did we get to this? And before we know it, Ramadan will be gone, and it's for us to take all the lessons learned during these last beautiful 30 days into the rest of the year. Well, let's look at what the weather is looking like in Durban. The first thing I got up this morning, went outside to get the newspaper, and you just feel this coolness, that whole humidity seems to have completely dissipated. Beautiful. Well, today, Durban, you're looking at a lovely 28 degrees, partly cloudy. There's no rain really expected. So it's going to be a lovely, lovely Durban autumn day. Moving around the country, let's quickly get a squiz as what's going on. Bloemfontein, you're looking at 28 degrees as well. Cape Town, a nice cool 22 degrees. King Williamstown, 28 degrees. East London, 30 degrees out in East London. So it's going to be a lovely day there in East London. Stay warm, stay hydrated because the humidity factor as well. East London, 32 degrees. Gqeberha, 30 degrees. So what is going on in the Eastern Cape? Sparkling 30-degree plus days there. Johannesburg, nice to see you at 25. Pretoria, you're around about 26. Kokstad at 29. Ladysmith at 29. Margate, 28. Pietermaritzburg, well, you're still in the 30s. 30 degrees there as well. Polokwane, 25 degrees. Potchefstroom at 28 degrees. Uppington, always the standard when it comes to heat and cold. You're looking at 33 degrees in Uppington. So, yeah, it's a lovely day out in Mzansi today. Durban's 5-day forecast, so you can actually plan your washing. Yep. Tomorrow, apparently, there's going to be 30% thunder showers, 27 degrees. Tuesday, much the same, but it's going to be 26 degrees. Thursday, that 30% thunder showers persist at 24 degrees. And on Thursday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the same as well. 30% thunder showers, 26 degrees on Thursday. Friday, the day of Juma, blessed rain, 60% chance of rain, 27 degrees. So it's going to be a fair week in Durban as well. You know, you can get your washing out, you can bring it in, put it out. It's going to be about 30% thunder showers for most of the week, except for Friday, where they're looking at some sort of rain. Internationally, what are we looking at? Abuja, 37 degrees. Beijing, 23 degrees. Berlin, 35 degrees. Brasilia, 29 degrees. Cairo, 33 degrees. Canberra, down under, 28 degrees. Harare, 27 degrees. Palestine, 27 degrees. London, 13 degrees. Madrid, 10 degrees. Moscow, 11 degrees. New Zealand, or New Delhi, sorry, let's start off with New Delhi, 35 degrees. New York, 16 degrees. Paris, 14 degrees. Rome, well, 22 degrees. Tokyo, 23 degrees. And Washington in the US of A, 12 degrees. Well, our dam levels are looking pretty healthy. We've got a 99% dam level this week, so it's really looking good. But I'm sure we can always do with the rain. 17 minutes after 8 o'clock, you're with me, Buddy Govender. It's the Sunday morning edition. Welcome.
رمضان كريم 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 شهر عظيم 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 رمضان كريم 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 شهر عظيم 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 قم للعبادة تلقى السعادة قم للعبادة تلقى السعادة تلقى السعادة تلقى النعيم رمضان زمان البركات رمضان زمان الحسنات رمضان زمان البركات رمضان زمان الحسنات رمضان مجال الصلوات طوبى للنفس بتقواها رمضان كريم 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 شهر عظيم 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 رمضان كريم 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 شهر عظيم 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 قم للعبادة تلقى السعادة قم للعبادة تلقى السعادة تلقى السعادة تلقى النعيم رمضان صيام ودعاء رمضان أمان وصفاء رمضان صيام ودعاء رمضان أمان وصفاء رمضان سلوك وعطاء أهلا بقدومك يا رمضان رمضان كريم 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 شهر عظيم 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 رمضان كريم 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 شهر عظيم 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 قم للعبادة تلقى السعادة قم للعبادة تلقى السعادة تلقى السعادة تلقى النعيم
Well, let's take a look at the front page of the Sunday Tribune this morning. Yep, always taking a lead as to what is happening. Very frightening. It says pension funds may relieve debt. Calls for careful decision about workers' pension funds. So, for many of you that have been following that, it's the two-part system where they, allow you to take out money before you actually retire. So you can actually delve into your pension and take some money out and alleviate you of certain issues or whatever you. But it has a twofold effect. Whilst maybe it helps you right now, it obviously impacts on you later on when you are in need of that money due to you being retired or going on pension. So, that's going to be legislated quite soon. And then it says bleak Easter for families after fatal bus crash. I mean, just reading and watching the news on that bus that went down over the bridge in Limpopo, I can't understand it. You try to think, did he hit somebody? Did another car smash him? Well, there's no other car involved. Look at the damage on that bridge. What speed was he driving at for that bus to break concrete and then plunge down? Only one person surviving. Horrific, absolutely horrific. And then, of course, coming up to election fever. And it says there, Amakosi will be more powerful than the government. And that comes from our former president, Jacob Zuma. He says he's promised traditional leaders that the Mkhonto Wesizwe Party, MKP, will win the coming elections. And it'll give them more power than the government to rule the country. My take on elections these days is that people that are standing for elections, are they standing for the job or are they standing for the post? Because I can see people standing for the post. And it's also very short term. You get the post, you then find your feet, a year is gone. You then start to look at what needs to be done. It's the second year. And then you start preparing for the next election. So you've forgotten, and before you know it, 4 years is up. And it's the next elections, and whatever you were supposed to do has not been done at all. So, that's the front page of the Sunday Tribune. Obviously, always giving us the latest in the news. And they're talking about grade R1, 2, and 3 teachers. They said there's fewer grade R1 and 2 teachers being produced by the country. And there's a concern, and they are calling for the ministry to look at that. The unions are actually raising alarm bells over grades 1, 2, 3, and R teacher shortages. What that means is, how important is grade R1, 2, and 3 teachers? Absolutely important. This is the foundation phase. This is where blocks are laid that later on become pyramids or become whatever it is going to be that's going to be contributing to our society. And if we are going to be struggling with teachers at that grades, then lo and behold, it's going to be very frightening what happens later on, because these teachers are the most important people. So, if you're thinking of a career in teaching, grade R1, 2, and 3, there's a shortage. Let's get in there. Let's make our contribution towards our society. It is 24 minutes after 8 o'clock. You're with me, Buddy Govender, on the Sunday morning edition.
يا إلهي رزقتني ورحمتني يا إلهي هديتني وأعنتني علمت بأنك أعظم وليس سواك أرحم فيا إلهي ناديتك فأجبت لي وإن زاد ذنبي كثرة فإن بقربك يذهب وإن صار قلبي صامتا فإن بذكرك يهتف العفو منك فمد لي يدا تقربني إليك يا من تنزل رحمة بها أستغيث وأهتدي يا إلهي رزقتني ورحمتني يا إلهي هديتني وأعنتني علمت بأنك أعظم وليس سواك أرحم فيا إلهي ناديتك فأجبت لي فلا تيأس من هديه فخير الناس التائبون وقل حمدا لك يا ربي فما أعطيت ليحسب العفو منك فمد لي يدا تقربني إليه يا من تنزل رحمة بها أستغيث وأهتدي يا إلهي رزقتني ورحمتني يا إلهي هديتني وأعنتني علمت بأنك أعظم وليس سواك أرحم فيا إلهي ناديتك فأجبت لي فيا إلهي رزقتني ورحمتني فيا إلهي هديتني وأعنتني علمت بأنك أعظم وليس سواك.
Just going on to 27 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take a small break for some adverts. Don't go too far. We'll be back just after this. You with me, Buddy Govender, and this is Radio Al Ansar, back in a bit.
The Sunday edition with Buddy Govender.
Radio Al Ansar, Durban 90.4 FM, Peter Maritzburg 105.6 FM.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness. And every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Sparkport Pharmacy's phenomenal specials to take you through the remainder of Ramadan. Turbovite XL 20 sachets, 2 for 169.90. Gaviscon Liquid 300 mils for 129.90. Future Life Original 500 grams, 3 for 109.90. Life Gain 1 kg assorted for 339 Rand 90. Sparkport, your pathway to sparkling health, late night and online shopping, free deliveries and our loyalty program. Sparkport for all your healthcare needs. Contact us on 031 207 1011 or visit our website at www.sparkport.co.za. Sparkport, your trusted friend for 40 years.
Want to know where everyone's getting their tires at the best prices? Where else but Mo's Tires and Exhaust, your RMI approved service center. Specialists in rims, tires, exhausts, fitment, balancing, alignment, batteries, and servicing. From tire repairs to engine tune-ups, trust our expert team to keep your car running smoothly. Pop into Mo's Tires and Exhaust, 914 Umgeni Road, Durban, or call 031 303 7783. Mo's Tires and Exhaust, your one-stop fitment center.
Get ready for the ultimate shopping experience at the Eid Milan, located at Saxony Westwood Mall from 28th March to 1st April, from 12 till late. We've taken convenience to the next level by bringing all together your Eid shopping needs under one roof. With vibrant atmosphere, you will enjoy browsing through a wide range of clothing, gifts, and everything you need for your Eid table. Don't miss out on this hassle-free shopping extravaganza. The Al Ansar Eid Milan, from 28th March to 1st April.
Ease into Sunday with Buddy Govender on the Sunday edition.
يا رحمن أعن على الصيام أعن على القيام في شهر رمضان يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم يا كريم يا غفار يا حنان يا من زلة لساني أعذني من العصيان واعتقني من النيران يسر لي حفظ القرآن واحفظني من زلة لساني أعذني من العصيان واعتقني من النيران هذا شهر الغفران يغفر ذنبي رحمن زدني من الإيمان يا رحمن أعن على الصيام أعن على القيام.
Welcome back, 32 after 8 o'clock. It's me, Buddy Govender, the Sunday morning breakfast edition. Just a quick warning, if you are driving down Ridge Road past Coastlands Hotel heading towards Overport City, the way I come through to the studio, there's high volumes of water gushing out from some road maintenance that they were doing last night. I saw them doing something there last night, and this morning they all gone. But water is gushing out of there in volumes as well. So just drive cautiously as you heading towards Overport City. You just pass Coastlands Hotel on your left. And just after that, about 100 meters down, there's this water gushing out. So just be careful about that one. Well, the mayor, Mr. Nkolusi Kawunda, he last week presented the city's draft budget that included proposed tariff increases for residents as well as businesses. Well, it's been slammed, and that's the city's draft budget for the 2024-25 financial year. He presented the draft of budget valued at approximately 67.3 billion rands. The budget comprises the proposed capital and operational expenditure for the financial year, along with suggested tariff increases as well. While outlining the proposed tariff increases, Mayor Kaunda said that property rates will increase by 7.9%, while the waste tariff could increase by 8% for residential properties and 9% for businesses. Well, the proposed property increase for sanitation services is 12.9% for both residential and business properties, while the proposed water tariff increased is going to be 14.9% for both residential businesses as well. Additionally, there's a proposed 14% increase in electricity tariffs for both homes and businesses. Now, one seems to wonder that, yes, every year things do escalate. Things have to go up. Obviously, they cost more, salaries increase. But are we held to ransom here? Because waste tariff going up by 14.9% after what we've just been through. Water, electricity, as I said last night on the show with Mohammed Varioa and Brother Jiwa, that the state of the CBD at the moment is shocking. When you think about there's no water in Lawn Street, there's no electricity in Carlisle Street daily, no electricity in Leopold Street, Queen Street. Now we're getting these hikes. Are they going to actually improve the service level? Is it going to be that we're not going to have load shedding anymore when this goes up, or do we just have to pay this increase and still be contending with load shedding, no water, and garbage coming up? Well, the announcement of these tariffs come on the back of an almost 3-week-long industrial strike by SAMU, the South African Municipal Workers Union, and the affiliated city workers that left part of the municipality ankle deep in trash. Remember that? Yep. Well, several areas were also left without water and electricity after staff was unable to attend to the call-outs. So my take on this is that, prior to this strike, things were starting to also look a little bit shabby in terms of refuse removals and stuff like that. The city was looking a bit shabby, but, now it happened. Trash piled up. Everybody's back at work now trying to make things better. The increase comes in. Is it going to be a better service or not? So we've got to be mindful that these increases are something that we have to actually contend with. Things do go up, as I say. But, are we been held to ransom. One seems to wonder what is going on. Anyway, 36 minutes after 8, you with me, Buddy Govender.
Lost my way somewhere in another galaxy. Too much to take, these memories ending tragedy. And all of these places, all of these faces, I didn't wanna let you down. And all these mistakes of mine, I can't replace it. I gotta move on somehow. Healing energy on me, Robbie, all I really need is one thing. Healing energy on me, Robbie, can you grant a wish on me? Healing energy on me. When it's 11, I need it. Healing energy on me, Robbie, can you grant a wish on me?
Message coming from NK said Salam's Verulam water shortage is ridiculous. Morningside, Henry Road. Well, that looks filthy. I totally agree with that. I'm all for paying, the correct salaries and stuff. But man, let's hope that the city gets around and improves all these little things. That is what makes things important. Well, apparently at 4:30 today, there's a mass iftar, the annual Chats with a mass iftar at the Chisti Sabri Masjid in Woodhurst Drive, Unit 10. Chats with all are welcome. Ladies, accommodation are provided. Your presence and du'as will be highly appreciated. So that's today at 4:30, an annual Chats with mass iftar at the Chisti Sabri Masjid, Woodhurst Drive, Unit 10. Chats with.
He prayed that he'd see me as part of his ummah. Yeah, Allah, he will meet me. So send my salam to the Prince of Medina. May he rest in peace, the most beautiful human being. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When times are tough and so untrue, we need guidance to help us through. Send your salam to Rasulullah. When I wake up to the morning prayer that was taught to me by the beloved messenger Muhammad Rasulullah. To the time of night under the stars, when the bright full moon shines from afar, we praise Muhammad Rasulullah, peace be upon him. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. يا كوكب العصر يا نور دارنا لولاك لم يسري نور الهدى فينا يا مصطفى الرحمن يا سيد الأكوان يا بلسم الأبدان والروح والأدهان صلى عليك الله يا خير خلق الله والآل والأصحاب وصحبي أجل الله صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. So send my salam to the Prince of Medina. May he rest in peace, the most perfect human being.
Ameen, ameen, ameen. Hey, you know what? I know some of the Islamic schools are they only went on holiday a couple of days ago, and most of the schools will be going back to school this coming weekend. But it's very important that we actually are mindful about child safety. How safe are we with our children? And it's all very well listening to cases where a child is missing, and then there's a huge outcry on television and stuff like that, when there's thousands of children actually missing, and children go missing daily. But it's simple things that we need to take care of, and things that I've all my life with my children was very, very, very mindful of. And we've got to make sure that we teach our children these things. They're not going to pick it up just by any natural instinct or like that. Children are very trusting. You know, somebody greets them. Have you not seen that with your little ones? They greet them, they smile back, or they wave. And these days, you've got to be a little bit more careful about how your children interact with other people. You got to be very, very careful. So we need to teach our kids that there's a big difference in them when they grow up, and how to be security and safety conscious adults later on as well. Well, number one, our children need to be taught to be aware. You know, what potential signs to look out for when in a dangerous situation, as well as how to handle these situations and who to call. So I'm often faced with being asked to come and do self-defense demonstrations, and I sometimes choke on those things, because I think to myself, you know, you cannot demonstrate self-defense because it never really happens in any particular sequence. And also, it also looks so easy and fancy when people come and do it, but you try it under circumstances of, you know, stress and fear, and it's a totally different situation. But what I do teach is a thing called self-defense awareness. How to be aware of signs before you actually have to defend yourself. It's no use thinking that your child is an 8-year-old black belt somewhere. We never have 8-year-old black belts, which is frightening sometimes when you hear the stories. And think that, no, don't worry, she or he is a black belt, and if anyone grabs them, oh, I'm sorry for that person. Well, let me tell you, you are totally wrong. If anybody who's never trained in their life, an adult, grabs an 8-year-old black belt, put your money on that man to do damage, because the 8-year-old will have no chance. But if we teach the 8-year-old how to spot signs, how to spot danger, that is more important. Remember, as parents, we should run through important personal safety tips with our children. It starts with knowing who to call if something goes wrong. So yeah, we need to make our children aware of telephone numbers or cell numbers or people's addresses or something like that, so that they know who to call if something goes wrong. Also, you know, in the school area, outside, what do they do if something happens? You know, run back into the school, and you need to actually tell the children that. Also, we're going to make our children aware of their surroundings, that you don't just walk blasé looking at your phone. I've seen people walk around, they're just looking at the phone, and they know how to, the kids can do it these days, they know how to bypass light poles and stuff like that. They've got a radar in front of them. We need to make them aware that, you know, coming out of shops, you've just paid for something, heading towards the car that you're sitting in, waiting for them after school down the road. Something can happen in between. They've got to be aware of these things. As well as at home, we've got to make them aware of how to handle the security system that we've got at home, how to arm it, how to disarm it, how to press the panic button, when to press the panic button. These are very, very important things. Reminding your child also to close and lock doors, to close the curtains. Don't open the door for strangers, even they may sound really in desperate need of something. If they are home alone, that they should not be opening the door to strangers, and they should make sure that they're aware of numbers that they could call if that happens. What about bullies? We're often faced with radio programs wanting to do self-defense programs and bullying programs when something happens. The lady steps out of a coffee shop in Musgrave Center. She gets robbed for 2 weeks. There's a huge hype about, come on, we need self-defense. We need this. And then what happens then after that? Until the next issue happens. Same thing with our children. They get bullied, and then something happens, it gets highlighted on social media, and then there's this whole anti-bullying thing. Bullying happens every minute, every hour, every day. Are you listening carefully? In every school. Doesn't matter how Lani your school is, bullying is prevalent all over. So we need to teach our children how to address bullying, what to do in the case of bullying. And I've always taught my children that if they are bullied and they go to the teacher, which they should, and they are not getting any help from the teacher, well, you tell your parents. And your parents should be going into the school to do something. We need to keep our children safe in this time because, life is just not the same as it is back in the day, and people are also not the same, and we don't want to become a statistic as well.
شهر الخير وحب الغير قيام الليل صيام رمضان شهر فيه يوم أفضل من كل الأيام رمضان تفتح أبواب الجنة يغفر لذنوب الأمة شهر الصبر والهمة رمضان ونضع الزينة فرحا أهلا يا أعظم شهرا نرجو أن تبقى دوما رمضان شهر الخير وحب الغير قيام الليل صيام رمضان شهر فيه يوم أفضل من كل الأيام رمضان كرمك الله وفضلك وأنزل فيك القرآن كرمك الله وفضلك وأنزل فيك القرآن رمضان كريم شهر الخير وحب الغير قيام الليل صيام رمضان شهر فيه يوم أفضل من كل الأيام رمضان تفتح أبواب الجنة يغفر لذنوب الأمة شهر الصبر والهمة رمضان ونضع الزينة فرحا أهلا يا أعظم شهرا نرجو أن تبقى دوما رمضان شهر الخير وحب الغير قيام الليل صيام رمضان شهر فيه يوم أفضل من كل الأيام رمضان كرمك الله وفضلك وأنزل فيك القرآن كرمك الله وفضلك وأنزل فيك القرآن.
Well, it's coming up to voting time soon, and indeed, it is that time of the year where you get promised everything, and later on, nothing happens. So let me tell you a quick story. You may laugh at this one. Listen to this one because it's really, really apt to when it comes to this time of the year. So there was this politician that went up to heaven, or he passed away and he was walking up, and then as he got to the gates where you sign in as such, they asked him, what's your career? He says, as a politician. They were like, okay, for politicians we have a new strategy that you got to spend one day in heaven and you got to spend one day in hell, and then you've got to choose thereafter where you would like to go. So, well, the guy says, that's a bit strange because obviously I'll choose heaven. And they were like, no, you still got to go through the procedure and then you can choose on the third day. And he was like, okay, that's fine. So the first day he goes to heaven and he walks in there, and there's just green grass, beautiful, peaceful. There's angels flying all over, and everything is quiet, and the grass is perfectly manicured. Angels are looking so fine, and they've got this beautiful look of nur on their faces, but nothing really else is happening. It's just like peaceful. Next day, heads up to hell, because he heard that hell is all about people screaming, and there's that smell of burning something. Doors open and he walks in, and there's just beaches, beautiful paradise. There's hotels, they've got a buffet, everything is looking, people are in the pool enjoying themselves. And he's thinking, my word, this can't be hell. And he sees Shaitan sitting one side, and he says, excuse me, but is this hell? And he says, yeah. Shaitan says, yes. People give everybody the wrong impression on what hell is about. This is it. We've got beautiful beaches, pools, buffets. You really have a good time here. And this guy said, well, I'll be, because I never expected hell to be like this. So the third day comes up. He walks back to the gates where he's got to make his decision. Gets there, and one of the angels says, so have you made your decision? He says, well, I never thought I would do this. And he says, okay, what do you choose? And he says, well, I'll choose hell. And he was like, okay, that's fine. Anyway, he walks there. They open the doors of hell and they throw him in, and there's people screaming. There's fire. There's things burning. And he's like, what's this now? So he sees Shaitan and he says, what happened to all the buffets and the beaches and all that stuff that I saw yesterday? And Shaitan says, oh, no. Yesterday we were campaigning. Today you voted. Yeah, yesterday we were campaigning. Today you voted. So when we were campaigning, there was beautiful beaches. We told you you're going to get buffets. But when you vote, 14,662 candidates have been nominated to contest 887 seats available in the National Assembly and the 9 legislatures. Well, that's what it is about. Can you believe that? 14,662 people are going to be fighting it out for 887 seats. It is going to be a bun fight. Are they there for the job, or are they there for the post? Unbelievable. Well, after the show, don't forget, we've got the news, and we've got Sister Rabia Cavallo coming in with green thumbs up. She will be telling us all about sustainable living off the earth, so to speak, and of course, how to actually make a difference probably to your communities at some time. Something really, really worth listening to. That's our Sister Rabia Cavallo coming up after the 9 o'clock news, telling us about green thumbs up. We are now heading towards 55 minutes after 8 o'clock. It's me, Buddy Govender, the Sunday morning breakfast edition.
Assalamu alaikum. We've been waiting for you. Now you've come back around. Blessing our lives once again, oh friend. Oh month of mercy, you bring so much good. We pray that it never ends. But we know you gotta go as the seasons come and go, 'cause your time is set by Allah. Oh Ramadan, oh Ramadan, month of mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan. Oh Ramadan, oh Ramadan, month of mercy you are. Welcome Ramadan, 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 Ramadan. You bring us so much joy, and you bring us peace, blessing our lives.
Well, that's my bit for this beautiful Sunday morning. It's 4 minutes up to 9 o'clock. The news and our sister Rabia Cavallo coming up with green thumbs up thereafter. Hey, don't forget you can catch me on Instagram. You can catch me on @BuddyGovender. Have a look at what's there. Share my world, and you're more than welcome to share anything you want to from there as well. Thank you, Zoa. Magic as usual on my right-hand side today in the Sunday morning show. And thank you very much for sharing this time and space with me on this Sunday morning. Inshallah, catch me at 4 o'clock this afternoon as I'll bring you up to date in the world of sport. May Allah bless you and your precious families. Please do remember me and my family in your dua as well. From Khalil Gibran, your attitude in life will determine life's attitude towards you. Try your best always. From me, Buddy Govender, and the entire Al Ansar team, enjoy a lovely rest of your Sunday morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to you and yours. Stay blessed.
Muhammad, 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 Ramadan, yeah. Muhammad. Allah, you were not alone. Together we will be strong. Sing grateful, alhamdulillah. United in faith and love. God made us able to see, to look at those who struggle and plead. Please, may they be blessed. May they be blessed.